Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So recently I made a video featuring 8 cars in Forza Horizon 4 that is currently worth 20 million credits through the auction house. Now since then I'm sure some prices have changed, as most of you know the auction house now have dynamic buyout prices. Often many prices of cars will fluctuate, reaching to its maximum to then dropping drastically, falling below a million credits, which is why it's important to strike the iron while it's hot by selling those cars at the right time and making some easy credits in game. Remember, the only cars that really only have these incredible changes in prices are the rare cars that can't be bought through the auto show nor won via wheel spin and can only be obtained through the festival playlist, or if you're lucky enough, through the Forzathon shop. So in today's video, instead of looking at the most expensive cars, let's take a look at 9 very valuable cars that you may not know about but have in your garage, which can be sold for millions of credits. Starting off with number 1, the Ferrari 488 Pista. Now, as I mentioned in my other video, I would have imagined this car to be worth 20 million credits, as it's one of the most requested cars that we got in Horizon 4, much like the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, but evidently it isn't. Only being available to obtain twice, the 488 Pista was first introduced back in Update 16, where it could be won by completing the trials event during the summer season, and the second was by completing 50% of the autumn season in Update 19. So why is the Pista so much better than the 488 GTB? Well, this car is built for the track, which means it's got more power, 50 horses to be exact, weighs less by almost 100 kilograms, and has better performance upgrades to give it the savage performance over its stock standard variant. Basically, it's better than the GTB in every way. The maximum buyout price for the Pista currently sits at 16 million credits. Number 2, the Lamborghini Diablo GTR. For those who did not know, the Diablo GTR is not a brand new car into the Forza franchise. In fact, it was seen as far back as Forza Motorsport 4 on the Xbox 360 before disappearing for years until Forza Motorsport 7 and then of course to Horizon 4. Now, much like the Ferrari Pista, the Diablo was also introduced in Update 16, where this time it could be obtained by completing 50% of the festival playlist during the spring season. However, there would be another opportunity to gain the GTR, and that was during Update 20 by completing 80% of the festival playlist during the autumn season. So it's entirely possible that many of you have 2 Diablo GTRs sitting in your garage. Well, perhaps it might be the best time to sell one, as it currently goes for 16 million credits. Number 3, the Hummer H1 Alpha Open Top. Introduced in Update 18, you could obtain this Hummer by completing a seasonal championship during the summer season. One thing you may not know about this new rare car is that within the Horizon series, it's actually not that new. In fact, the open top Hummer made its first ever appearance in the Forza franchise back in the original Horizon game on the Xbox 360, and like the Diablo GTR, went missing for a very long time once the next generation of consoles arrived. Now, in terms of specifications, it's really nothing that special. It's no different to the hardtop Hummer. However, given that the open top can't be bought through the auto show, nor has it been available to obtain since Update 18, apparently there are players out there willing to buy this vehicle, and since it's not really a competitive car or the best car to cruise around in, it may be the best time to make some credits with it, as it can now be sold for over 19 million credits. Number 4, the Ford Supervan 3. Perhaps one of the most coolest and unique cars Playground Games have brought into Horizon 4, first introduced in Update 19, where it could be obtained by winning a seasonal championship during winter. Did you know that the debut of the Supervan 3 sported a V8 engine, which would then later be used in a Formula 1 car? Pretty impressive. However, in Horizon 4, the engine that it was equipped with is very different. sporting a much diluted 3-litre naturally aspirated V6 built by Cosworth. The Supervan now merely makes 300 brake horsepower, which still isn't too bad at all. With Playground Games only putting this car up for grabs once, it's been a hot commodity within the community, as currently it can be auctioned off for 16 million credits. Number 5, the Toyota 2000 GT. Now, if you told me a year ago that we would see the Toyota 2000 GT in Horizon 4, I would have said you were crazy. Why? Well, first, the most obvious reason was that Toyota didn't want to see their cars in any racing games that would quote-unquote promote illegal street racing, and the other was that the 2000 GT missed its appearance in Horizon 3. So when Playground Games introduced the car back in Update 20, I knew if it wasn't available to win or bought through the auto show like the Mark IV Supra, it would eventually be worth a lot, and in just over 3 weeks, it's already become one of the most valuable cars in Horizon 4 with a current buyout price of 15,007,000 credits. But I would imagine not many players would be wanting to sell this car right now, as it was only made available to obtain once by completing 50% of the festival playlist during the winter season. Number 6, the Ferrari 599XX Evo. Alright, I did say that this video is exclusive to cars that are currently worth a lot, but not at its maximum buyout price of 20 million credits, but this will be the wild card on this list, as it baffles me how much the price of this Ferrari has fluctuated. I've seen it go to as low as 250,000 credits, thinking it might end up having the same fate as the Mosler, since that price has stalled to virtually nothing, and both cars at one point in Horizon 4 has been the fastest car in the game. First introduced back in Update 8, where it could be obtained by completing 50% of the festival playlist during the autumn season. It was then made available to unlock twice after that, once in Update 14, and the other was, I believe, during a special event where you could just get one for free through the Forza shop. Be quick though, as in the next season, since the making of this video, it will be made available to unlock once again by completing 80% of the festival playlist during spring, but as of right now, it's worth at its maximum buyout price of 20 million credits. Number 7, the Lexus LFA. Currently the only Lexus to be featured in the game, this screaming V10 was brought into Horizon 4 during Update 19, where it could be obtained by completing 50% of the festival playlist during the summer season, and that's it. What makes this car so special to the community is the unique sound it makes from the engine. It truly sounds like a Formula 1 car, and in my opinion, certainly one of the best yet underrated supercars ever built. Certainly a car that I won't ever get a chance to drive in real life, but hey, at least there's Horizon 4. But even so, if you didn't get a chance to get one back then, now it'll cost you 12.5 million credits to buy one. Number 8, the Porsche 356 Emory Special. One of a few resto mod vehicles available in the game, this Emory Special Porsche is truly something amazing. Although in-game the horsepower is quite low at 220 brake horsepower, there's no real competitiveness to this car. But it's the rarity that this car holds in real life, as it's essentially a one-off special. Introduced back in Update 18, where it could be obtained by completing 50% of the festival playlist during the winter season. Since then, it has made no other appearances for players to win. Right now, if you want your hands on one of these, players can sell it at a maximum buyout price of 12.8 million credits. And lastly, number 9, the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. I still have no idea how this car is worth so much, as it can easily be obtained by 3-starring the entire Top Gear Horizon story. I've covered this car multiple times in many of my auction house videos, and it's always been in the millions without a question. Seems as though many players either don't want this car, or many players have difficulty 3-starring the entire Top Gear story, therefore unable to properly win this vehicle. But for those who are wondering, yes, after all this time since its first introduction in Update 11 and have only been exclusive as a Top Gear story reward, it is currently worth at 10,240,000 credits. So there we have it, guys. 9 very valuable cars that are worth millions of credits through the auction house in Forza Horizon 4. If you guys did find this video helpful, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. And are there any other cars that are worth millions of credits? If there are, make sure to write it down in the comment section below. Help the community out, or if you don't want to, that's okay as well. But anyways, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.